again, brothers and sisters. I just want to remind everybody, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Leave me any questions. The email is in the description, and I'll gladly post the answers to any questions in upcoming videos. So, that being said, I just want to touch base on a couple things. I've been doing a lot of thinking and reminiscing about, how far we've come and how far we've gone. When I started out, my first union I joined was Local 32 Tile Marble Terrazzo Finishers. We were 1105 Ridge Avenue. We had our own building we owned. The Tile Layers Local 6, which I went on to join after that, was right next door. And attached to the Tile Layers, actually attached to the Finishers, was the Stonemasons Union. So you had Local 3, Local 32, and Local 6, all lined up on a row on Ridge Avenue. 1105 was our address. And basically 11th at the Spring Garden. At the time, if you left your car on the street, you had Kragers and fancy rims. Chances are when you came outside the meeting, your car was sitting on the wheels, not the rims were gone. People were robbing car stereos out. It was a big crack epidemic at the time in the late 80s, early 90s when I joined, and we used to have people outside to watch the cars. It was crazy. But I think about how we used to vote on different issues, and one time I did get carded out of the meeting for being very vocal on a topic by the Sergeant at Arms, Jimmy Thompson. He was a big guy, African-American union brother, finisher. Used to work with my father with Atlas Tile and Terrazzo many years ago. So that being said, Jimmy had to carry me out the door, push me out the door with the billy club to my head, but that's a long story. I'll get into it. But when the business agent would call for a vote, he would tell the men, okay guys, this is what we're gonna vote on. So any of you members that are opposed, get on the left side of the room. Any members that are for, get on the right side of the room. So if you could imagine, it took a lot of stones to get up in opposition, and I was always one, if I didn't agree, to get up on the opposing side of the room, and I was usually one of maybe 5 or 3 or less, which leads up to why I got carted out of a meeting. At the time, we made double time. Any hour after 8 was double. Saturdays and Sundays, everything was double. There was no, time and a half or differentials during the week. Work 7, get paid for 8 and 15% of a rate, which my guys get now. We were double. And tile work and terrazzo work, you do a lot of off-hours work because you're tying up cars, hallways, lobbies. You do a lot of service, patch, and repair work. So at the time, there was a cash culture. A lot of guys were working for cash on the weekends. I never would do it, never accepted it. Got my double time, made a ton of money. I would go in during the week after hours, regular working hours, which was 7 to 3:30. I was getting 16 hours a day pay for working a single 8-hour shift, making a lot of money. So I was very vocal. They had taken to a vote. The contractors pressured the union into conceding on it. It was basically considered a unilateral change in working conditions. That's the proper legal term, which they wanted to have the members vote on giving up double time, and I was very adamant about not. I was making a ton of money, and again, the vast majority of members, they were out there grabbing cash on the weekend, and everybody does what they have to do, but that wasn't for me. I wanted my pension, I wanted my annuity, I wanted my vacation paid, and I was hardcore union from the time I joined. So, needless to say, I did get carted out the door that night with a billy club over my head, and I'll never forget it. But again, we used to vote where the business agent would be looking, and people were taking notes on who going on the opposite side of the room from something he was trying to push. So that's how far we've come. Later on, I'll talk more about my first chapter election that I did win. I did, run for executive board, as I said in an earlier post, in 1993. And they were so intimidated and they were so frustrated with my, bid to run, my nomination for executive board at the age of 23 years old. They had retired members that were, very old, frail, and weak. The union offices for the business agents used to be down on the first floor, old Local 32 finishers. And upstairs is where we had the union hall, and the administrative offices were on the other side of the union hall where we actually had our meeting. So you had to go upstairs to vote. There's the only place they could took the ballot boxes. And they literally were carrying guys up the steps. It was the first taste of union elections I got in 1993. They couldn't walk. They had walkers. There was hundreds of people like you never could imagine. We didn't even know we had that members in old Local 32, our standalone independent union. Tile Marble Terrazzo Finishers were not in the same union as Tile Layers. It was another union, Local 6, which I did go on to join. Again, 1993 when I first ran for office, and there was guys out on the street, handing out index-sized cards and vote for this guy and vote for that guy for executive board. I had no idea I could have done anything like that. But it's just brought back fond memories, all this stuff going on 2 weeks out of our election. I wanted to share that with you all. And I hope to encourage younger members, if they get to see this video, I hope I hit young members that are looking at platforms like this to get inspired, run for office, get involved with the union. I never missed a union meeting from the time I was 19 years old when I joined. I actually became a chapter chairman at the age of 31 in 2001. I'm going to show you guys something from that in future videos, but I actually, I've been completely dedicated to this union, to being an officer, being the executive board. I've been an officer for 24 years now. I'm not going to go away. I'm going to keep on posting, keep on reaching the members. So again, like, subscribe, share, come out and vote for me. But Battaglia for vice chairman, standalone candidate, don't have the comfort of running on a slate, running on my own 2 feet. And if elected, the next time I run for office again, I'm not going to run on a slate. I think if I can't win it on my own merit, standing on my own 2 feet, then I don't deserve to have this office. So you guys all know me. I've been speaking at all the chapter meetings, all the mega meetings for many years now, for decades now. So vote for who you know. I'm here to fight for you. And remember, always keep fighting, never give up.